Hi, and welcome to COMWeb's release notes for May 2012. We have a lot of new and enhancements for you for May, and the ones you're going to notice right off the bat are in the drop-down welcome menu. You can go ahead and log in with your username and password, and when you drop down the welcome menu to access your information, you will see that there is a new My Resident area and a new My Board area. And both of those have been updated with features and icons that you would need in one centralized location, whether you're a resident or a board member or both. They would be in one centralized location, so there's not a lot of, we've eliminated a lot of the clicking around and trying to find information. Now you have it all in one. And in the My Resident area, you're going to see these large new icons that we have down the sides with corresponding tabs across the top that you can use, and of course there's the Return to Live Site tab. But in the resident home or My Resident area, you will be able to, a resident's going to be able to update their contact details, mailing address, their information simply by clicking on the link, and it will open up and allow them to edit their member profile record. Once they open that up, they will be able to make any changes that they need, and they can return to related members, or they can actually return to the resident area, which we're going to do. You can also see that you can update your email and message board subscriptions. You have a resident directory right here at your fingertips. Instead of going back to the Return to Live Site, you can access the resident directory. If you have them, like a TOPS or Caliber system, then you would be able to use accounting, compliance, and maintenance requests, and your resident would be able to check them. If you don't have them and they're not enabled, then not only you would not be able to see them. So these would disappear from the screen if you did not have these working within your system, and you'll know because you have TOPS or Caliber, and whichever one you're using. If you have accounting, compliance, or maintenance included, then those are going to show up. This will show up. If you don't, then they will not be there. They will completely disappear. So, but if you do, let's take a look. You can see your accounting transactions. You can pull them up from the date or the year, and you'd be able to see the description and the charge. You'd actually be able to make a print copy. You can go ahead and pay your account from here using your payment method that you've selected for your community. Let's go back. You would be able to see your compliance records. If there's a compliance issue, you'll be able to see what that issue is, and you'd be able to see the status and the violation number. If you need to reference it, you can pull all items or current items down, and you'd be able to make a print copy as well. Maintenance requests, if they have submitted requests, those maintenance issues are going to show up here. You could see that it's a request and where it came from and the work order number in case they have to reference it. You can also submit a new request. If you need to submit a request, you can do it also from this pop-up window. You don't have to find it anywhere else on the site, but you can see that you have a nice selection of categories that you can choose from, whether it's equipment or general repair or handyman work or irrigation or landscaping, even pests. But when you select one, a subcategory exists where you can select something from the subcategory, select an item, and you can add it in. For instance, we picked the general repair category, and there's some barbecue equipment. Perhaps it needs to be repaired and a location, and you would just fill in this information, and then you would simply submit the request. And then that would show up. And we're going to go back. Documents and reports. You would be able to access, instead of going back to the live site and then finding it on the current menu layout, you can simply find it in the My Resident area, and you would have access to any documents or reports page. And simply by clicking on it, your screen is going to switch, and now you are in the My Board area so that you can now access board information. So let's take a look at the My Board area from our quick link in the resident home. So we're just going to click, and now you can see that we have the board member area, which is going to allow a board member to do their job without having to sort through any of the site admin modules or features, everything that they need, and that's specific to their permission, to that member's permission, board permission, will be included in the icons for easy access. So the new board area includes a board contact profile where you can update the board contact details that you want to display to residents. It also includes a resident directory for easy access. You can manage board members from here. You can manage board meeting and tasks. You can view and submit various compliance, maintenance, and delinquency requests and records when they are applicable. You can also manage resident invoices and access board documents and reports, just like you could on the My Resident page. So we're going to take a little bit a look here inside some of these icons. And again, the icons are displayed boldly on the sides, and then across the top are the corresponding tabs. And then again, you have the Return to Live Site tab at the top right here, so you can see. But let's go ahead and take a look. See that it has your name and a picture. It has the position. Here in the board area, you can see the main information, address information, which is going to sync also with your home address if you needed to. Your personal web info, where you can upload a picture, and then of course your signature information, which can upload your signature when you are an authorized signer for your community. You can manage groups such as board of directors or committees. You can add new members quickly. Preset permission groups. You can see that we have preset permission groups, and you can actually add new members quickly. Manage group position, and you can quickly add new group members, or you can see who has permissions to do like a virtual signature for your community. You can manage board meeting and tasks in this area, so everything is in one central location. You can also check on compliance, maintenance, and delinquency issues and records for your community. Our goal, and that seems delinquency. Same thing. If anyone has a delinquency, you'll be able to see it as a board member if you have that permission. It's going to show up right away. You will be able to make a paper copy, or you show any details. You can see them. You can do it by page. You can do it by 10 on a page, as many as you need, and then so now you have delinquency also as a board member to do your job right at your fingertips. So that's great. Invoices, any invoices that are coming in, accounts payable. You can see invoice numbers now. You can see the amount, the status that they are, and when they were due. So that is now right at your fingertips, all within this My Board area page. And any documents that you need to reference, instead of returning to live site and flipping back and forth, we tried to make it as easy as possible for you and put those documents and reports right at your fingertips here. So you'll be able to see that. And when you're finished, you can either go back to the board homepage, or you can return to live sites. Another great new enhancement is additional form fields that we have. I'm going to show you a little bit of the new form fields that we have. When you click on Models and Form Management, we're just going to go ahead and open up one to edit. This one's a parking permit. That's okay. We're going to take a look at this. We're going to insert in the field. And now when you choose a field type, you have additional new form fields. You have these numeric fields, whole numbers, decimals, currencies, and percents. Those are all new. You also have a checkbox list, which is new, and upload file attachment, which is new. Those are all new form field lists, form field enhancements. And so, for example, you might want to use a numeric field when you want to ensure that residents can only enter digits, or decimals when you're asking for them to document a lot size, or currency if they're sending in a reimbursement form, which is great because now you can have them upload a file attachment of a picture of any projects that they're going to do beforehand, so that you can keep track of any enhancements that they're doing to their property. If you are accepting bids, you can have people who are submitting the bid upload contracts or file attachments or bidding requests, anything like that. And then checkbox list would be something where you need multiple options, as in you have the option to pick one or more than one. Before, when you just had checkbox, you only could pick one option. Now you have the option to pick more than one choice as far as a checkbox. So now you have multiple options. So now the numeric fields, the checkbox list, and the upload file attachment are all additional field forms for your residents. So that's great. Another great enhancement that we have is the tennis touchscreen reservation enhancement. That's new for residents and members who actually have a touchscreen device such as a smartphone or tablet. They now can create a tennis reservation online. What they would do is COMWeb now has the ability to press and hold on the tennis calendar reservation system, and it will enable a window to pop up for touchscreen users. So if they were to access the site and wanted to make a tennis reservation, they would basically do the same thing. They would pick a date, and then they could, I'm going to right click, but if they were to touch the screen, they would get options to go ahead and create a online tennis reservation. So now you have the ability to create a reservation, and the enhancement is that we now accept touchscreen reservations. So that's great. You can use your smartphone or tablet to create a tennis reservation. And last but not least, one of the final enhancements we have for you for May 2012 is found under membership. We're going to click on membership from my quick links right here. You can click on members and then member reports, and you're going to see a new link called member print directory. One of the last enhancements that we have for May 2012 is a printable member directory. You can download and print member and resident information such as children or occupation, show since a certain time. I'm going to enable it to show my membership. You can use it for lots of different things. I'm going to go ahead and hit preview. You can create a paper copy to display maybe at the pool when a computer is not feasible to bring. You could download a directory to create labels. You could give a paper copy to residents that even have difficulty getting to a computer or have limited access. So for lots of reasons you might want a paper copy, and you now have the option to create one using the printable member directory. And that's all that we have right now for May of 2012. Please stay tuned and look for more enhancements as we continue to serve you. If you have any questions whatsoever or you need more information, you could always check out our support site at support.comwebinc.net. And if you have questions, you can fill out a service ticket, and someone with support will get back to you right away. Thank you very much for taking the time to preview our enhancements and release notes for May 2012.